Chapter 19 is called Good News at Last. Again, reading with the permission of Scholastic Books. One day in October 2011, my father called me over to show me an email he'd received. I could scarcely believe what it said. I had been nominated for the International Peace Prize of Kids' Rights, a children's advocacy group that was based in Amsterdam. My name had been put forward by Archbishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa, one of my father's biggest heroes because of his fight against apartheid. Then another email arrived. I was invited to speak at a conference on education in Lahore. The chief minister there was starting a new network of schools. All the children would receive laptop computers. He was awarding cash prizes to children all over his province who did well on their exams. And to my surprise, he was also giving me an award for my campaign for girls' rights. I wore my favorite pink shalwar kameez to the event and decided that I would tell everyone about how my friends and I in the girls' high school all defied the Taliban edict and continued going to school secretly. I wanted children everywhere to appreciate their education, so I said that I now knew firsthand the sufferings of millions of children who were deprived of an education. But, I told the audience, the girls of SWAT were not afraid of anyone. I had been home barely a week when one of my friends burst into class one day and announced that I had won another prize. The government had awarded me Pakistan's first National Peace Prize. I couldn't believe it. So many journalists descended on our school that day, it was a madhouse. I still hadn't grown an inch by the date of the award ceremony, but I was determined to be seen as authoritative nonetheless. When the Prime Minister presented me with the award, I presented him with a list of demands, including a request that he rebuild the schools destroyed by Fazula and that the government establish a girls' university in Swat. That sealed my determination to become a politician, so I could take action and not just ask for help from others. When it was announced that the prize would be awarded annually and be named the Malala Prize in my honor, I noticed a frown on my father's face. In our country's tradition, we didn't honor people in this way while they were still alive, only after they have died. He was a bit superstitious and thought it was a bad omen. My brothers, of course, kept me humble. They still fought with me and teased me and wrestled me for the TV remote. I may have been getting attention from all around the world, but I was still the same old Malala to them. I wondered, though, how my friends would take to all of this publicity. We were a very competitive group, after all. And of course, there was always Moniba's feelings to consider. I worried that she would think I'd abandoned her during all of my travels, or that she had taken up with a new best friend. But there was no time to think about all of this on my first day back to school. When I arrived, I was told there was a group of journalists waiting to interview me. When I entered the room, I saw all my school friends gathered around a cake shouting, "Surprise!" They had taken up a collection and bought a white cake with chocolate icing that read, "Success Forever." My dear friends, they were all as generous as could be, and they only wanted to share in my success. I knew in my heart that any one of us could have achieved what I had. I was lucky that I had parents who encouraged me despite the fear that we all felt. "Now, you can all get back to your schoolwork," Madame Miriam said as we finished our cake. "Exams are in March."